Good evening. This is Pintun from OdishaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. 4-day-long deadlock in the Assembly ends with opposition Congress. BJP Sun agitation agreed to cooperate for smooth functioning of House. Odisha Gana Shikshak Mahasangha calls off strike after meeting with a minister-level committee headed by Finance Minister Pradeep Amath in Bhubaneswar. Crime branch intensifies its probe into Sarathi case, brings land deals of self-styled godman under its scanner. Sale deeds of more than 50 lands owned by Sarathi has been identified. 4 arrested SOG Jawans sent to Khadial jail for their alleged involvement in murder of a youth in Komna area in Nuapada district. And Srimandir Management Committee decides repair work of Jagamohan of Sri Jagannath Temple will be done after getting reports from PWD and State Archaeological Department. Now, the details. The 4-day-long deadlock in the State Assembly ended yesterday with opposition Congress and BJP sunning agitation and agreeing to cooperate for smooth functioning of the House. After an all-party meeting chaired by Speaker Niranjan Pujari, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Bikram Kesari Aruk said the opposition leaders assured the government to cooperate with it to run the House smoothly from Monday. Opposition leader Narasingh Mishra said as the House reassembled in the post-lunch session this afternoon, the meeting was more or less successful. We have assured the ruling party members of cooperating with them in the discussion. But we will oppose and protest if the House doesn't take up our demands for discussion. Mishra said the ruling party has agreed to allow a discussion on the High Court verdict on the IPS officer Prakash Mishra case, where the Odisha High Court indicted the state government and the state chief minister. Narasingh Mishra's statement in the Assembly came after the all-party meeting discussed the issues for which the proceedings of the House continued to get disrupted. While Congress has been demanding a discussion on the Prakash Mishra case, the ruling BJD is opposed to the debate. The Speaker had rejected a Congress notice to hold an adjournment motion on the issue. Protesting against denial of permission to discuss the issue, Congress had been protesting and shouting anti-Navin Patnaik slogans since past 4 days. They were also displaying banners and placards in the House. The all-party meeting, however, unanimously decided that henceforth no members would be allowed to take banners or placards inside the House, BJP State President and Senior MLA KV Singh Deo said. The House deferred the discussion on the Land Grabbing Prevention Bill 2015 to Monday as per request of the opposition leader. Earlier yesterday, Congress members attended the House wearing black badges and protested over the Prakash Mishra issue and against manhandling of a party MLA by the members of the Treasury bench in House yesterday. The House was adjourned till 3 p.m.
ताको जो फॉर्म रे आमे देइथिलु जेहेतु बाचस्पति आग्रह करिसंती ताको अन्य कोनसी फॉर्म रे आलोचना न हला पर्यंत आमर प्रतिवाद चालू रहिबो गोटे लाइन रे कहा जाय पारे आलोचना सफल बोली कहा जाय पारे
विधानसभा भीतर को कोनसी पोस्टर बैनर को नहीं करी जीवे नहीं एवं सोमवार दिन रो प्रोसीडिंग्स हाउस रो शांति रे चला जीवो सुनिश्चित आकार रे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर विषय को नहीं करी प्रकाश मिश्र विषय को नहीं करी आलोचना.
Odisha Gana Shikshak Mahasangh yesterday withdrew its strike after a meeting of the association's members with a committee headed by Finance Minister Pradeep Amath in Bhubaneswar. The association's president told media that they have got assurance that their demands will be met within 3 months. The meeting was also attended by Mass Education Minister Devi Prasad Mishra and Chief Secretary G.C. Pati. Earlier yesterday, Congress legislation led by opposition leader Narasingh Mishra met striking teachers and supported the strike. Notably, Odisha Gana Shikshak Mahasangh had been staging a dharna in front of the State Assembly for past 4 days demanding regularization of their jobs. Teachers and staff of block grant secondary schools were also supporting the strike of Odisha Gana Shikshak Mahasangh. Crime branch has intensified its probe into Sarathi case and put the land bills of the self-styled godman into its scanner. The state investigating agency has identified sale deeds of more than 50 lands owned by Sarathi. Source said the crime branch is probing to find out whether the lands were sold to Sarathi by the actual landowners willfully or under pressure. Whether the price of the lands were fixed below the market rates or not will also be investigated, the source added. The sleuths will also question the landowners who sold lands to Sarathi, his son Satyam and Satyam Charitable Trust. Crime Branch ADG BK Sharma said the matter is very complex and the investigating agency may take more time to unveil the truth. 4 cases have been registered against Sarathi so far. Meanwhile, photographs of Manjulata Swai, the arrested woman who filed an FIR on behalf of the young woman involved in sexual escapades of Sarathi with some politicians, has created a buzz among public. As per the photographs, Manjulata was seen with Union Minister Jewel Oram and BJD MLA Amar Satpathy in a program of a Sevashram at Taranjia under Badachana police limits. The state investigating agency has already started interrogating Manjulata.
जाजपुर जिलार गुटे स्कूल को चीफ गेस्ट होकर जाइली से बोलिक मोर किसी पत्रकार मित्र आ सांग माने मते कही मु से महिला इनभाइटेशन देवाई मो घर को आसते से दिन भेट होता जो दिन प्रोग्राम है से दिन भेट होता मु व्यक्तिगत भाव में जाने नहीं
मु स्कूल फंक्शन जाइए से फोटो उठी किंतु ये जो संक्रांत जहाँ को जोड़ा जाऊँगी से संक्रांत कौन से इनफर्मेशन मो पाखे नाला कि आज भी मोर इनफर्मेशन ना कारण ट्राइबल पिला नहीं गोटे आवासिक स्कूल से फंक्शन करुच्ची जो आवासीय स्कूल फंक्शन थिला ट्राइबल मिनिस्टर जेहेतु आसिले यूनियन ट्राइबल मिनिस्टर से प्रोग्राम को जाइए.
After Sarathi, another Baba has come to the fore in the state. The man who is known as Kalki Baba among his followers has encroached more than 30 acres of government land worth crores around his ashram near Konark. His big ashram, which is located at Gohalpur by the side of the Konark-Kakatpur road, is only 7 kilometers away from Konark. The campus features a Shiv temple, a large parking for the self-proclaimed godman's cars and many buildings and rest sheds for visitors. The Baba has encroached 22 acres of jungle land and has constructed a temple and other buildings on it. All India Institute of Medical Sciences AIIMS in Bhubaneswar has opened a 24/7 pharmacy on its premises, which is selling medicines at 63.5% less price than the maximum retail price. Medicines will be sold to someone not only on basis of prescription prescribed by doctors of AIIMS, but also prescriptions by physicians from outside the hospital are accepted for selling of drugs. Source said the medicines are supplied to the new shop by the drug companies directly, which is why the discount in rates is possible. Slamming BJD government in the state for complaining of central neglect, BJP yesterday said it was a ploy of the ruling party to hide its failure in all spheres, particularly after being exposed in the false case slapped against IPS officer Prakash Misra. Senior BJP leader Vijay Mahapatra said Naveen Patnaik government is deliberately playing a politics on central apathy. The BJD regime is accusing the centre of neglecting Odisha only to cover up its own failures on all spheres. Though BJD government was fully aware that the volume of funds to Odisha from the centre was much higher than rupees 1.25 lakh crore package announced for Bihar, it sought to mislead people, divert their attention from real problems and to evade discussion on these issues in the assembly, he said. Stating that during 2015-16 the state has got 43% more than what it got last year, Mahapatra said while Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari recently announced projects worth rupees 32,000 crore, rupees 1 lakh crore was being pumped into petrochemical and oil sector in the state. Besides, 5 medical colleges were being set up in the state for which the centre would bear 75% of expenses, he said, adding that several other premier institutions including IIM were also being set up in the state and there was no question of negligence by the centre. Accusing the state government of trying to avoid discussion in the assembly on its fiasco in ex-DGP Prakash Misra episode, the BJP leader said it was a slap on the face of ruling BJD after Odisha High Court quashed the vigilance case against Misra. The SLP filed by the state government seeking a stay on High Court verdict was also dismissed by the Supreme Court, Mahapatra said, adding that Chief Minister Navin Patnaik had no moral right to remain in office as the case was filed by Vigilance with his approval.
प्रकाश मिश्र प्रसंग प्रकृत राज्य सरकार एक चिंतार कारण जे केंद्रीय अवहेला जदि किसी गोटी गोटी कर आलोचना विधानसभा करने आम दल नेता विधायक माने अच्छा आम विधानसभा आलोचना करने प्रस्तुत विधानसभा बाहर आलोचना हेले डिबेट को मुख्यमंत्री आसतु आलोचना हम चर्चा हम.
One person was injured after two unidentified miscreants hurled bombs and opened fire in front of a hotel near Bajrakabati Road in Cuttack city yesterday. The injured person has been identified as Bijay Raut, the president of the Malisahi Puja Committee, and it is alleged that he was on the target of the miscreants. According to sources, the incident occurred today morning when the two suspects came on a motorbike and hurled bombs targeting Raut. There were also 3 rounds of blank firing by the miscreants, informed sources. Raut was rushed to the hospital after sustaining bullet injury on his leg. After the incident, police reached the spot and seized the remains of the exploded bombs. Police have launched an investigation into the matter, and according to sources, the incident could have been a result of past rivalry. In an unfortunate accident, 6 persons including 1 woman and a 3-year-old child were injured in a fire which was caused by a gas leakage from a cylinder. The incident occurred at Dandilo village in Balianta block of Khurda district. All the injured were rushed to the capital hospital in Bhubaneswar. According to reports, one of the persons who sustained serious injuries was shifted to SCB Medical College and Hospital in Cuttack. 4 arrested SOG Jawans were sent to Khodial jail yesterday for their alleged involvement in beating a youth to death in Komna. The arrested persons are Sub-Inspector Kusaram Bhoi, Commando Sasi Kujur, Pramod Jagdala and Kamadev Pradhan. They were produced before Komna village court that sent them to the jail. Another injured youth, Nutan Naik, in the thrashing of the SOG Jawans is battling for his life at a Raipur hospital. Initially, he was admitted to Burla hospital. Preliminary investigation shows the youths were taken to a SOG camp at Soseng for allegedly stealing battery of a vehicle. Questions are arising among public if the case was pertaining to robbery, why the youths were beaten mercilessly and why the body of the deceased youth was buried hurriedly in a forest. Meanwhile, DIG Southwestern Range said sorry about the incident. Notably, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik has announced in the State Assembly that the Judicial Magistrate would probe the matter yesterday, besides declaring an ex gratia to rupees 10 lakh to kin of the deceased youth. 7 dacoits have allegedly looted gold jewellery worth more than rupees 10 lakh, cash and a car from a journalist's house in Baleshwar late last night. House owner Satyasiv Das said the looters jumped the main gate and entered the building at around 1:30 in the morning. They beat up the house owner's mother and niece and showed them a sharp weapon while demanding for the valuables in the house. At around 2:15 in the morning, the dacoits tied the members of the house and fled with mobile phones and the car, thus alleged. Meanwhile, sources said the dacoits have left the looted car on NH5 near Sergada. Police have reached the spot and started an investigation. Sri Mandir Management Committee yesterday decided in a meeting in Puri that the repair work of Jagamohan of the Jagannath temple will be done after getting reports from works and state archaeological departments. However, the idols of the deities will not be shifted from Ratna Singhasan during the repair work. According to sources, a report will be prepared by Public Works Department and Archaeological Survey how the ritual and darshan of the deities will be carried out during the repair work and will submit it to the Chhattisgarh Nijog. The final decision will be taken by the Chhattisgarh Nijog after getting the report, the sources added. Besides, a decision was taken in the meeting that 48 houses will be built for servitors on the premises of Gopalatirtha Math. A model school will be established for the children of servitors. 7 acres of Lord Jagannath's land at Chanaghar in Jatni will be sold to Indian Oil Corporation IOC at rupees 1.5 crore per acre. The Director General of Sports Authority of India, I. Srinivas, said an athletics academy will be set up in Bhubaneswar soon. During his visit to Kalinga Stadium in the city, the DG of Sports Authority of India said plans are afoot to establish a regional hockey academy in the state. Besides, he informed that an athletics track is being prepared at Satyabrata Stadium in Cuttack.
आमे एठी एथलेटिक एकेडमी गोटे आरंभ करिवु जहाँ भलो कोचेस आउ तांको इक्विपमेंट सपोर्ट कंज्यूमेबल सपोर्ट स्पोर्ट्स साइंस सपोर्ट सब दिया जीवो फॉरेन कोचेस को डेप्यूट करिवार मध्य फैसिलिटी रहिबो.
Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. 4-day-long deadlock in the Assembly ends with opposition Congress. BJP Sun agitation agreed to cooperate for smooth functioning of House. Odisha Gana Shikshak Mahasangha calls off strike after meeting with a minister-level committee headed by Finance Minister Pradeep Amath in Bhubaneswar. Crime Branch intensifies its probe into Sarathi case, brings land deals of self-styled godman under its scanner. Sale deeds of more than 50 lands owned by Sarathi has been identified. 4 arrested SOG Jawans sent to Khadial jail for their alleged involvement in murder of a youth in Komna area in Nuapada district. And Srimandir Management Committee decides repair work of Jagamohan of Sri Jagannath Temple will be done after getting reports from PWD and State Archaeological Department. Thank you for watching. Good night.